Good morning, I'm Edwin Lacierda, and you're tuned in to The Spokes. From the palace halls then to our group chats now, we will be giving you conversations that will make you think and assess, so that you could come up with your own personal opinion. So before I speak about our first noted by the spokes topic, there's a saying attributed to Lenin that there are weeks when nothing happens, and there are decades when nothing happens, and there are weeks when decades happen. So ang daming ganap ngayon. So for our first spokes topic, the Philippine National Police went to Saldico's BGC condo to serve his warrant of arrest. And there have been a lot of flack taken by the police because alam naman natin wala siya, but they still had to go to Saldi's condo when everybody really knows wala na siya sa bansa. So, but why did the police still have to go to the fugitive's house? And there's a bit of an explanation there, a legal explanation. When authorities serve a warrant, they follow a process that is strict, deliberate, and designed to stand in court. That is why police still go to the house of a suspect, even if everyone already knows he is abroad. It's not a pointless visit. It is the first formal step in building a record that the person is no longer in the country and is actively evading arrest. The police must attempt service at the fugitive's last known address. They have to knock on the door, talk to whoever is inside, and document that the person is not there. And that report becomes their sworn return to the judge, proof that the warrant cannot be served because the accused is gone. Without this step, any future arrest can be challenged as irregular or defective by Attorney Rondain. A defense lawyer can easily say, "You never even tried." That single visit then triggers the next level of action. Once police confirms the suspect is not at home, immigration can place him on an alert list. The Department of Foreign Affairs can examine his passport, verify if he renewed it abroad, or move to cancel if it needed. Law enforcement agencies can begin coordinating with foreign counterparts and start tracking his movements. Most importantly, that documented attempt at service becomes a part of the foundation for a future Interpol Red Notice. Interpol will not act on rumors. They need proof of a valid warrant, proof of local attempt to arrest the suspect, and proof that he has fled or is hiding overseas. Everything begins with that formal knock on the door. So when the police visited Saldico's residence, they are not doing it for show, and they're not stupid. They are establishing that he's no longer within reach of local authorities. Once this is on record, the government can escalate from immigration alerts to passport measures to international cooperation and eventually to Red Notice. And it all starts with that house visit. It is how the law closes the loopholes, builds a case, and marks the moment a suspect becomes fugitive. So that's where we are right now. And currently, the arrest warrants are for Saldico and 15 others for graft and malversation of almost 290 million flood control projects in Oriental Mindoro. DPWH Mimaropa engineer Dennis Abagon was the first out of the 16 to be arrested last Saturday at his QC residence. So latest thing that we have right now are 7 individuals are already with NBI, 2 accused have sent surrender feelers, and 7 still at large, including Saldico. And this is different from the kickbacks in DPWH Bulacan 1st District. Dito at least the Abagon was charged with malversation of graft, and now we'll see. And insofar as Saldico is concerned, and the others, the DILG PNP have given them until today to surrender or be declared fugitives from justice. Saldico's lawyer says that they will take remedies in due course until facts have been verified. For our next noted by the spokes topic, the Philippine government formally requested an Interpol Red Notice against Attorney Harry Roque. And we will be having a guest who will explain to us what all this color coding of the Interpol is. And the request is tied to qualified human trafficking charges from the Lucky South 99 Pogo Hub in Porac, Pampanga. The CIDG is confident Interpol will grant the Red Notice. An arrest warrant was issued by Angeles City Regional Trial Court Branch 118 on May 15, 2025. DOJ is also working to cancel Roque's passport. Roque maintains that he is being persecuted politically government counters that Roque's case is not political but criminal. I think that's pretty obvious. How long before the government also requests Interpol Red Notice for Saldico? It's a question mark that will be asked. So, that wraps up our Noted by the Spokes for today. We'll have the spokesperson of the country's major law enforcement agency against transnational organized crime when the spokes return after this short break. And the spokes is back. Joining us is PAOCC Spokesperson Winston Casio. Welcome to the spokes, Winston.
Thank you, Edwin. Nice to be here.
So we have a red notices. Before that, when were you appointed to PAOCC?
Well, I was a consultant way back 2013.
Okay. During the Pinoy's time?
Yeah, during the Pinoy administration. I was a research consultant up until 15. I left 2015. I came back again 2018 up until 2022. Then they appointed me director 2023.
Mm-hmm. So, and how was it during the time of Pinoy, Duterte, and Marcos?
During the time of Pinoy, medyo busy tayo noon. Kasi what created PAOCC was basically Executive Order 46, series of 2011. So binigyan ng malawak na kapangyarihan ng PAOCC noon to work on transnational organized crime. And we did a lot. Basically, we were able to apprehend a good number of suspects in relation to trafficking in persons, illegal mining, and the like. But I can definitely say na nung panahon ni Presidente Duterte, we almost did nothing.
No kidding.
I'm not kidding. We were just relegated to doing a lot of research. Parang ganun, paperwork.
Twiddling your thumbs and all
Parang
that.
ganun po, paperworks lang.
Walang activity?
I can definitely say none.
Was that, bakit ganun?
Well, I think that was a way above my pay grade kung bakit ganun ang rason. No?
And then when did you become spokesperson?
2023, August of 2023, February 1, 2023, PAOCC was reconstituted. Gawa ng panahon po ni Duterte, wala kami ginagawa. When PBBM came into office, sabi niya, let's bring it back.
Oh, so you became so prominent in the Pogo situation. Or even before that, were you already starting to make noise?
No. Ang PAOCC po ay nagsimula lang magkaroon ng malaking ingay noong Mayo 2023 when we raided the very first Pogo in San Valley in Clark. We rescued more than 1,400 foreign nationals.
And then that was the reason why the Senate started investigating?
No, the Senate started investigating when we tripped upon Bamban. That was Mayor Alice Guo. That was March of 2024 na. But even before that, we raided two other big pogos in Pasay. August 1, 2023, in P. Zamora in Pasay, we rescued more than 200 foreign nationals. In October 27 of 2023, we also raided another one in Pasay also, yung Nasdake na ginagawa natin ngayon na temporary custodial facility. We rescued around 300 foreign nationals.
Ang dami nyo na palang nahuli. Bakit yung kay Alice Go lang naging prominente?
Well, because I think that was the first time that we were able to find a local mayor who was directly complicit in the operations of a Pogo.
And before you raided Bamban, you were already doing surveillance and you were able to track that Mayor Alice Go was one of the heads of this whole Pogo operations?
Honestly, Edwin, all that we knew about Alice Go, October of 2023, was that she was merely a protector. She was earning from protection money and so on and so forth.
So let's fast forward. Alice Go has already been convicted.
Yes.
So there are still a number of people who are at large.
Yes.
Principally si Cassandra Ong.
Cassandra Li Ong is a different Pogo. That was Lucky South 99 in Porac, Pampanga. We raided that around June 4 of 2024, a few months after Alice Guo.
So, but the investigation of Senator Risa Ontiveros focused on the different Pogos already, Alice Go and Cassandra Ong, no?
Yes.
When did but they were under detention, no? Si Cassandra Ong was under detention.
Yes,
She's at large, so during the entire time na sinayad siya for contempt, she was cited for contempt by the House.
Yes.
So, she was supposedly under the detention and the custody of the House.
Yes, sir.
But she's now at large. How did that happen?
Well, kasi yung commitment order lamang ni Cassandra Li Ong was for the contempt charge. When the Quadcom finished its investigation December 12 of 2024, they were duty-bound to release her because the very reason for her contempt order was already null and void. Kasi nagsara na po yung committee hearing nila, naglabas na sila ng committee report. Noong 16 of December, Cassandra Ong was in receipt of a release order already.
Oh, so hindi pala siya, my understanding was you'll be detained for as long as the Congress was still, the 19th Congress was still active.
No, when I looked at the release order, the reason that they cited was because the committee that cited her in contempt was already terminating its investigation during that time.
Oh, so ano pala siya? Concurrent pala yan pag
Doon sa
nagtapos na.
Quadcom. Opo.
But you're PAOCC, and my understanding is you were keeping track of all these culprits. So why didn't you? Were you not informed that the Quadcoms, and you should have been, at least you're watching the show, I mean
Yes.
the hearings, you knew that it was going to close. You didn't, your PAOCC didn't even bother to check on.
We were checking, to be honest, Edwin. No, that's why we filed a criminal case against Cassandra Li Ong around September. So we were lobbying for the quick resolution of the case filed against
And that was filed in.
the DOJ.
Okay.
But syempre, they have a different bar of standard of evidence now.
But DOJ is under you.
Technically, no.
But NBI is under you. I mean, as a coordinating body.
Yes, we can call on any agency for that matter to assist us, so to speak.
Wala man lang tapik sa DOJ para sabihin, alam mo, matatapos na itong Congress na to, baka makalabas si Cassandra Ong. Can you accelerate at least the prosecution?
Well, all of those were done naman.
You did?
Yes, all of those were done, but I have to give it to them. They were doing a lot of staff work, so to speak. Nung gusto nilang masigurado that you would be able to convict her. Kasi nga, the bar of evidence now is more of reasonable certainty of conviction, more than probable cause. So, what we got during that time...
Wait. That's a new thing that Why do you need to go for reasonable certainty when the law only requires you to have probable cause?
That is...
And a prima facie evidence.
Yes. Now they have... DOJ under the Secretary Rimulya at that time came up with a new circular, Department Circular 20, wherein law enforcement officers and prosecuting attorneys must coordinate with one another to ensure that they go beyond probable cause to be able to file a criminal case. So ngayon, under DC-20, DOJ will not accept a complaint, a criminal complaint, without passing through the standards of DC-20. So during that time also, Edwin, I'm at liberty to disclose na may transition ng DOJ noon kasi PG Malcontento was on the way out. He was replaced by PG Fadulyon. So that also complicated a bit doon sa pag-release ng...
I know Fadulyon from way back. No? So I think he was with MPS na.
Yes, sir.
Malcontento is an appointee of President Duterte.
Opo.
Was he a stumbling block in this whole thing?
No, I don't think so. At the time, I was not, when PAOCC turned over together with CIDG the complaint, we simply asked them, did follow up, but sadly to say, the arrest warrant came out around May na rin po talaga.
May na rin sabay nung kinahari.
Yes, sir.
But my point is, you should have been doing surveillance on Cassandra Ong, even if after she was released from the custody of the House. Did you do that?
Yeah, technically, yes. Kaya lang, all that we could do at that time, Edwin, was simply look at, simply apply all our trade craft, so to speak. I'm not at liberty to disclose what we did, but we've been giving the information to pertinent law enforcement agencies.
Including immigration?
Yes, sir.
So there was a bolo beyond the lookout?
No. Wala ho kasi, all that they could issue in relation to Harry Roque and Cassandra Ong and all was immigration lookout bulletin order. Until and unless lumabas na po yung warrant of arrest, they could not prevent her leaving.
So how early did you know that Cassandra Ong, he was released in October, and when did she...
No. She was released December 16.
And when did you know that, obviously we know that she's now out of the country.
Yes, sir.
But when did you know that she was physically out of the country?
Well, around third week of January, we were talking to people and we were looking at her movements. Then we knew that she was already in Japan at that time.
So, I mean, you know, you're sorry,
I understand.
I'm a bit frustrated by the
Yes,
fact
of
that
course.
she was released and you were doing surveillance, and yet she was able to leave the country. With I understand there were no resistance to that, but
Yeah. Wala ho talaga kaming, we had no legal instrument to be able to hold her for that matter. No? In fact, I am not even sure if she went through the immigration, the legal immigration process. Nabanggit nga po sa Senado that she could have gotten out through the back door. Those are open possibilities. No?
So are you applying also for you've applied a red notice for
Cassandra? Meron na po.
Meron na.
We already got October 13.
They issued it already?
Yeah, they issued it already, and we gave it already to the NBI, to the Department of Justice. I'm sure by today they will be given to the PNP na rin.
So now we're looking at, so you're now, NBI, Interpol is looking at Cassandra in its member countries.
Yes, sir.
Okay, si Harry Roque naman, by the way, how positive are you that you will be able to effect the arrest, or at least Interpol will be able to
Effect the arrest of Cassandra Ong
Yes.
and Ronelyn Baterna. Dalawa po yun.
Yes.
We're confident in as much as since we've heard over the social media that she's not in the Philippines anymore, na talagang hindi na bumabalik, we've communicated with our friends, counterparts abroad, and we've informed them that a international red notice is on the way, will be on the way over to their jurisdictions. So we're in constant communication with them already.
Can you just explain, people have been informed about a red notice, a blue notice. Apparently color-coded itong mga
Yes, sir.
notices. Can you explain what's a blue notice, what's a red notice?
Yellow notice is for missing persons.
Okay.
Kaya I'm not certain if it is correct to say that Harry Roque has a yellow person because it's not a yellow notice.
Ay, hindi siya dilawan talaga.
No.
Yellow notice.
Not adding political color to anything.
No, just joking.
So, yellow notice, so I don't think it would apply to him because it applies to a missing person. I
Okay.
think all that we have now with Harry Roque is a blue notice. A blue notice is basically informing the requesting country, in this case the Philippines, as to location and other information pertinent to the subject person. Now, there are other notices like imminent threat notice, like black notices and
There's
so
a
on.
purple notice also.
There is also a purple notice, a green notice also. But in relation to persons, we're only talking of yellow, blue, and red. Red is for wanted persons. It's basically asking the cooperation of a local law enforcement officer or agency where the subject person is to cooperate to effect his arrest.
So right now, you have asked for a issuance of a red notice against Harry Roque.
Yes, sir.
And what are the requirements before you apply for a red notice with the Interpol?
Well, basically, you only need to, a local agency, in this case, PAOCC, requested the Philippine Center for Transnational Crime. Sila po yung ating National Coordination Bureau when it comes to Interpol. PAOCC around May requested for the issuance of a red notice against Mr. Roque. Then,
Ano ang requirement? Ba't kayo humingi?
because we already have, at the time, we already got his warrant of
So,
arrest.
requirement a valid warrant of arrest?
Yes, sir. So around May, PCTC, the Philippine Center for Transnational Crime, already uploaded the warrant of arrest to the I-27 portal of Interpol International. So na-upload na po yun. Then around October 13, we received the red notices of Baterna and Cassandra Li Ong. Corollary to that was they sought additional information with regards to Mr. Roque and Mr. Dennis Cunanan.
Regarding what? What are the...
Because we provided, the Philippine government through PCTC provided additional information on the issuance of another warrant of arrest against Mr. Roque for inciting to sedition.
Bago to.
Bago po ito.
Pero medyo political yan eh. Di ba, Interpol is not keen on... The reason why it
Yes.
takes some time because they verify first.
Yes, sir.
And they're very particular if it's really a crime,
Yes.
human trafficking and all that, which is the first case that
Yes.
was filed against Harry Roque. But this one is political. Do you think that it will prosper?
I wouldn't be certain. I'm not quite certain as to the second warrant if it would affect either way, negatively or positively, our request for a red notice for Mr. Roque. Pero nonetheless, because the information was out there, they requested additional documents in relation to us inciting to sedition.
Let's be clear. A red notice is not equivalent to a warrant of arrest.
It's not, sir.
Okay.
It's only a call for cooperation.
A call for cooperation to all the member countries. Parang sinabi, nag-anunsyo lang ang Interpol, sinabing, hello member countries, we have this, we are looking for this guy, please help
Yes.
us. So when it's is it correct to say it's a preliminary step towards extradition?
Yes, sir.
But what if the country does not have an extradition treaty with us?
Well, that will become complicated for us, no? In as much as the implementation of the red notice, what comes after that ought to be an extradition.
Correct.
So, I'm not privy at this point if we are we have an extradition treaty with the Netherlands, but if we do, I don't see that to be a problem.
But Netherlands, I think there's a petition for political asylum by Harry.
Yes,
and
sir.
that was, my understanding, it was already been denied.
That much I don't know.
Okay, so but based on news reports, but also he's applying also in Germany, I think.
That one I know.
And what is the status, if you know?
I'm sorry, I'm not at liberty to disclose.
Okay,
Edwin.
let's go back to Germany or Netherlands. We do not have a extradition treaty.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have or do?
That one I don't know also.
Oh, you should.
I've not done my staff work in relation to that.
So also the way around, let's say for instance, he is in a country where there is no extradition treaty. My understanding also is there's still a way to effect the arrest by deportation.
Well, yes. If he is in violation of
The local offenses
yes,
there.
yes, sir, local laws and statutes and the like. But I don't think at this point. I think he's very careful now, wherever he may be. No, he's very careful. In fact, I was listening to his vlog last night, so I don't see.
Oh, you were still monitoring the blog.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
It's part of my work to monitor all the vlogs of personalities in relation to Pogos.
So, but he's been talking about what are the defenses, for instance, of Freddy Topacio said, parang diversion ito, political to. If si Harry Roque, I would assume, kept on repeating the line that this is a political persecution.
Nakakalungkot kasi he keeps on saying this is political persecution at pinipersonal siya. I'll be honest, Edwin. When we stumbled upon the documents of Harry Roque in Porac, Pampanga, right there and then, we, PAOCC directors and CIDG said, wala itong evidentiary value. So, let's leave it at that. But then, nung nandun na siya sa Kongreso, sa Quadcom, may mga testimonya na at lumalabas yung mga dokumento, kaya nagkaroon kami ng supplemental complaint in relation to Harry Roque. Kaya yung sinasabi niya na, ano lang ito ipinilit nyo lang kami. That's not true. We, personally, and my fellow directors, our then Executive Director, Gilbert Cruz, we did not receive any instruction from anywhere, from anyone. Nakasuhan po siya. We merely filed the cases on the basis of the evidence presented at the Quadcom and his own testimony at the Quadcom.
So right now, you're very confident that a red notice, he will be arrested at some point.
Yes, sir.
Or at least detained, no?
Yes, sir.
So, but the process of, if he's in a country where there is no extradition treaty, that will take some time.
That will take some time.
So, we won't expect him to be here by Christmas or by next.
I could not say with definite certainty.
But in tracking Harry Roque, you are aware of where he is right now?
Yes, sir. Because of, well, it's not difficult to track Mr. Roque.
Oh, yeah.
He's all over. He's all over social media. I think he's not hiding.
Well, obviously it's not, but I think, so we're there now. How about Cassandra? It's a bit, she's not very visible in anywhere.
She's not. In fact, she has basically canceled, deactivated all her social media presence.
Wait a minute, let's go back to Harry Roque and also Cassandra. We mentioned that having a valid warrant of arrest and having served that they're not here in the Philippines will affect the various steps moving forward, such as the DFA canceling the passport.
Yes.
Whose passports have been canceled, if you're aware?
So far, none.
Even Harry Roque?
Not yet.
Why not? It's been, teka muna, you issued that May pa lang yun, May warrant of arrest na.
May
it's
8, if I'm not mistaken.
It's already November now. None of the steps taken after the...
as far as I know, last night when I was double-checking all the passports of these individuals in relation to Pogo, none has been canceled so
Why
far.
haven't you followed it up with DFA?
The DFA said that there has to be a court order, basically, to cancel in relation to the Revised Passport Act. So now,
You didn't do the extra step of filing a cancellation of passport before the Regional Trial Court of
the
Pampanga?
Department of Justice has yet to do so. So we have to go through a series of meetings this week in relation to these cases and other cases for the cancellation of passports. Not only of Mr. Roque, not only of Cassandra Li Ong and so on, but other personalities as well that are involved in crimes that are of importance to the people now.
The flood control scam has a number of personalities who have left the country.
Around 4 of them, sir.
If the warrants of arrest are, because nakakabahala itong sinabi mo kasi si Harry Roque was an arrest warrant was already served,
Since
issued May, and up till now, his passport has not been cancelled.
Yes, sir.
In fact, Toby Tiangco has been very vociferous in claiming that the passport should have been cancelled early on.
Yeah.
So it's very unsettling for us that if Harry Roque, whose warrant of arrest has been issued last May, his passport has not been cancelled, what will happen to the others dito sa flood control scam? Alam mo, yun ang galit na ang tao, ang
Yes,
bagal
sir.
ng proseso. They say,
Rest assured, I got a clearance this morning from my bosses that some of those who were, quote unquote, some of them arrested to the PNP through the Executive Director of PAOCC, basically under Secretary Acorda. And we were having a discussion this morning and we were saying that, sir, I think we need to do some follow-ups, not only in relation to these flood control people, but also Cassandra Ong and so on and so forth, to be able to ensure that, one, as you said, we have to cancel the passport through a pertinent court order. Kung sino man pong kakatukin natin, kinakailangan makatok na po natin. Pangalawa,
hindi ang katok, hampasin na yung, ang tagal na eh.
No, we'll do our best, sir. PAOCC, despite our limited resources, we're doing our best to ensure
Come on,
that.
you're not limited. You're
No.
You're the coordinating body of the entire thing.
We're only 74 people, but then again, yeah, you're correct. We can always call upon the 44 member agencies of the NALEC.
And I'll just clarify that because
Yes.
the NBI reports to the DOJ, the DOJ Justice Secretary.
Yes, sir.
You guys report to the Executive Secretary. So,
Yes, sir.
by and large, although you're created by executive order, you're really more powerful than, because NBI is under, di ba?
No, I mean, people have that misconception that we're very powerful. Basically, we just knock on the door, Edwin.
Coordinating daw kunyari. But let me ask you a question. What is the current, was the current directive and or additional directives from President Bongbong Marcos? But before you answer this,
Yeah.
the spokes will return after this short break. And the spokes is back. I'm still with PAOCC Spokesperson Winston Casio. So, ang hanging question natin kanina, meron bang additional directive si Pangulong Bongbong Marcos?
Well, because we have a new executive director, he informed our new boss that we have to focus on other organized crimes, such as, well, for one, corruption.
Corruption is now part of transnational crimes.
It has always been part of our mandate, in as much as, well, there is no transnational crime without a local enabler. And usually the local enabler are public officers.
Wait, but prior to the whole flood control scam, corruption wasn't part of your mandate.
It was.
It
It's
was.
part of our 18 crime cluster
Pero
areas.
when did you? But you were never invited by the Senate Blue Ribbon.
No. Because we had no particular mandate in relation to the flood control issue. That the former executive secretary made it clear that,
Referring to Bersamin.
yes, sir, made it clear that it should be it's the primary mandate of the ICI. We should only assist if they ask for our assistance, but we should not do motu proprio investigations or whatsoever.
And did ICI ever ask for your assistance?
So far, not yet, sir, to my knowledge.
You've got a number of accused, at least potential accused, leaving the country, and in all likelihood, been raising several reasons for leaving the country, with the expectation that perhaps they may not be returning.
Well, at least not to my knowledge, if they've asked for assistance to PAOCC. But what we have done so far in assistance to help in the fight against the flood control issue, I think 7 of the accused have voluntarily surrendered to the PNP through our Executive Director Benjamin Acorda, because the public knows that he used to be a PNP chief. And the 7 individuals trust that he would treat them fairly and all. So, well, they surrendered to them yesterday.
In the case of Saldico, just to, a red notice has been applied because there's already a, I mean, not yet because we just served the warrant and it was returned unserved, no?
Not
so
yet.
are you in the process of applying for issuance for red notice?
Yes, sir. I am at liberty to disclose that together with the NBI, the PNP, DOJ, and DILG, we would coordinate with the Philippine Center for Transnational Crime by tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, to provide all the necessary documents required for the application of a red notice.
So that is forthcoming.
Yes, sir. By tomorrow, I guess.
And when do you plan to, at the very least, when do you expect to file a request for a issuance for red notice?
I think the PCTC will act on it with haste. I hope. I think.
Hope is not a plan, by the way.
Yeah, I know, Edwin. But I think we'll need to do a lot of knocking on the doors to make sure that they do submit the request with haste.
Oh, so it's really the incumbent on the DOJ to prepare. Who's going to do the preparation?
Well, it's incumbent to anybody can make the request before the PCTC. In the case of Harry Roque, Cassandra Li Ong, and so on, it was PAOCC who made the request last May. So I think we could also make the request, pero in deference to the DILG, PNP, and the DOJ and NBI. In deference to them, I think it would be them who ought to make the request to PCTC.
Are you coordinating also with the Office of the Ombudsman?
So far, our agency has no coordination at this point, sir.
Why is that? Wait, I'm very, although I know that under the PAOCC executive order, Ombudsman is not part of your...
No, sir. They're not part of the commission.
And knowing that they're not part, you really have to make some effort to reach out to the Ombudsman. Is that something that is allowed because Ombudsman is supposed to be our watchdog? Eh? Okay lang ba?
I'll be honest.
You can be very honest with me.
During the time of the former Ombudsman,
Sammy Martinez.
Oh my God, we hit a lot of walls. Simple requests for investigation, information.
With whom? I mean, regarding what personality?
Because corruption is part of our 18 cluster mandate. So
that's not very commonly known.
Well, it is. I'm putting it out now that one of our 18 crime clusters is graft and corruption. Includes a wide number. Kasi the way we look at it, Edwin, no amount of transnational crime in the would prosper in the Philippines if there are no local enablers, and generally they are corrupted, co-opted.
When you say transnational crime, when do you intervene or come in pag umaalis lang sa bansa yung...
No.
Paano kayo pumapasok?
Well, basically, a crime is transnational in any of the following ways. For one, the perpetrators are foreign nationals who may be in the Philippines or may not be in the Philippines, but second, the effect of their crimes transgress into the Philippines. For example, money laundering and so on and so forth. Third, they could be...
Is that a predicate crime that there should be money laundering before you investigate?
Not necessarily. For example, you've got a Filipino who is victimized abroad or victimized by a transnational criminal group, we investigate.
Let me give you an example. I'll try, and this is a theoretical application, although I'll be mentioning some names. For instance, former Secretary Manny Banoan, he's out of the country. Is he part of your ambit now?
Well, technically, not yet.
And when does he become part of your investigation?
Well, if the ICI seeks the assistance of the Commission, we would work on it together with the ICI.
So hindi kayo motu proprio na pumapasok kasi kailan nyo pa ng request ng ICI?
Not necessarily, Edwin. We do act motu proprio in some other instances though. At this point, medyo marami talaga kaming gawain na hindi kami basta-basta makapag to be
Tulad
honest.
ng?
Now, we were also given a mandate by the President to go into illegal mining. We are in receipt of 387 illegal mining sites all over the country. So we have
These illegal mining sites are the small ones. Ito ba yung malalaki talaga?
Not necessarily small ones.
Saka na naman natin pagsapan yan. Hindi yan medyo but pertinent to this because ito yung galit ng tao. Flood control is now the major issue. And you know, people have been becoming very, very frustrated that nothing's happening, or at the very least, at least cases have been filed. But insofar as you coming in, hindi ba dapat mas may urgency kayong makipag-coordinate and make it tight? You make the approach to, instead of waiting for the request of ICI, you just approach ICI and say, Mr. ICI, we're here to help. Let us know how we can help you.
Okay, Attorney, I'll take that into consideration. No, that's not the right way to say it. I'll talk to my bosses.
Yes, please, because people are really frustrated, and I think the wheels of justice grind exceedingly slow here in the country.
I agree, Edwin. Attorney, I agree.
So,
but I'll talk to my bosses first.
So right now, let's go back. We'll expect that from, ladies and gentlemen, Winston Casio said that they're committed to helping in the flood control scam investigation.
No, what I'm committed to is I will coordinate with my bosses first.
Okay, let's go back to the POGOs right now because it really created a huge furor in the country. Where are we now are there still remaining POGOs in the country?
I can definitely say yes.
Oh.
But they're not POGOs anymore, Attorney Edwin.
Oh, they changed their name?
No, they're now illegal gambling sites, illegal online gambling sites. NBI, PNP, and the Bureau of Immigration, if you take a look at the news, just key terms on Google, BI, immigration, whatsoever, raids, you'll see a number. They've been able to apprehend a good number this past several weeks. So may mga remnants pa po tayo.
Mga Chinese nationals pa rin?
Oh my God. The sad thing about it is there's still a multinational group and there's a good number of Filipinos doing it.
Now?
Yes.
Hindi sila, ito yung dapat sabihin ni Pangulong Marcos, yung kapal na mukha ninyo, hindi pa kayo natatakot.
Yun nga ang problema dito, despite, in any case, we have a new law. Republic Act 12312. It granted PAOCC, DOJ, DILG, and DICT more powers.
What powers have been given to you?
Well, we can now, motu proprio, we could immediately apply for conduct investigations without necessarily going through the process of PNP and so on and so forth. On our own, we'll do that now. And not only that, we're required to submit annual and quarterly reports of our accomplishments.
Kanino? KES?
To the President, to the Executive Secretary, to Congress, both houses of Congress, quarterly and annual. Now, but even before the law actually was passed, ginagawa na namin yun. Kaya lang, again, I will be honest.
Wait. The only power that was added was may motu proprio powers na kayo? That's it?
Technically, yes, additional funds and so on and so forth. Yun pa lang ang na-add na mga powers sa amin.
Hiningi nyo ba to based on your experience in the past or may nagsabi sa Kongreso na ano?
Well, technically, Congress in their wisdom granted all of this to us.
But did they, because even if they have that whole thing about wisdom, if they don't talk to the subject matter experts.
Well, they did.
And that's the only thing that you requested, motu proprio?
We requested a good number of others.
Like what?
Good number of others.
Let's give notice to the Congress people here. Feel free to say.
Well, we requested, for example, subpoena powers, for one. So we requested also that some personnel be detailed to the Administrative Oversight Committee, AOC.
Why was it given or not?
No.
Because? Did you ask for an explanation?
Well, I think there was a hesitancy in as much as baka magkaroon na ng double mandate, too many
overlapping with what agency?
Mandates.
With what agency?
Basically, the PNP, basically the NBI. Kasi the CIDG, for example, they have an anti-organized crime unit, transnational organized crime unit. So does the NBI. Kasi kami sa PAOCC, we merely coordinate. We seek assistance from them. Anytime that we call upon them, they provide the assistance.
Well, the first major issue that I think that you should have asked, and I'm saying as a lawyer, you are created by executive order. Why didn't you just ask that you become a legal entity created by an act of Congress?
Well, actually, that's already in the pipeline. No, I'll be upfront. During the deliberation of 12312, one contentious issue.
What is 12312?
The anti-POGO law. That's the
Okay.
anti-POGO law that was signed by the President October 17, 2020, this year only. One of the contentious issues during the deliberation of the debate for the passage of the law, what if PAOCC is abolished? Because it's only created by executive order, and it has happened before.
Correct.
So, what was given as a compromise was they included the chairman of the Administrative Oversight Committee will be the Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission or its successor in interest. But also, looking at it now, we said, when we took a look at the law, sabi namin within the PAOCC directorship and within the commission, I think there may be a need to institute an organic law creating
Correct.
PAOCC itself. Kasi we've done a good number of...
You're limited. You're an executive order. You don't have contempt powers. You don't have subpoena powers. It's all by invitation. So your powers are largely diminished without those quasi-judicial powers.
Well, Attorney Edwin, we leave it to the wisdom of the policymakers.
The wisdom is not there.
No, we leave it to them if they would make it a priority legislation come, hopefully within the next few months, who knows?
Yeah, but that's part of the urgency because apparently we have become some sort of, I mean, our accused are very smart in doing a lot of things transnationally.
Yes.
So I think the urgency to make you a legislative entity, a creation of an organic law would be best for your existence and your powers. No?
Yeah.
So where are we now in all these things? How do you see the performance of PAOCC so far?
Well,
wait, before that, you are now actively involved in the POGOs.
Yes, sir.
And the illegal mining that you mentioned.
Yes, sir.
And more specifically and more important and more relevantly on the flood control scam.
Yes, sir.
So how involved are you now in the flood control scam?
Well, basically, people are seeking the assistance of our executive
When you
director.
say people, who are the people seeking your assistance?
PNP, NBI, and so on and so forth. We
The
provide.
senators didn't ask for you?
I am not privy of senators calling. Personally, I have not received any calls from senators or
But
anybody.
obviously, it will be directed towards Director Acorda, and
Yeah.
it will be downloaded to you guys. if
So
there
far,
was.
we have not received any information to that effect. Pero as far as assisting the flood control investigation, we provide all forms of sometimes logistical assistance.
Let me ask you, there's always a fear of overlapping of functions and duties because so many agencies are involved.
Yes, sir.
What will be your contribution to the flood control investigation?
Well, for one, we've been providing logistical support to the different agencies, primarily NBI. Second,
Wait. You're providing logistical support to NBI?
Yes.
But NBI is under you.
it's a, how do you call it, nomenclature. Because we're a coordinating body, technically, all of these agencies are member agencies. We're merely the secretariat.
So how do you coordinate with NBI and specifically to what?
The NBI director or his staff calls us, Director Casio or Director Kidato, Yusek Acorda, we need help on the following matters. Do you have information on this particular subject? If we do, we share.
Wait, they're the investigating agency. You're just a coordinating body. What information do you have that they don't have being an investigative agency?
In some instances, we do have information that other agencies do
Like
not have.
what? Sorry, if you're free to say.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm at liberty to say that we've got a database of characters, so to speak, that we have found in all of our investigation and operations, so to speak. And some of those databases are not the same content in their databases. So we share it with them.
I didn't know that because NBI, pagdating sa kriminal,
Marami sila.
Marami sila. Anong mga database meron kayo na wala sila? I mean, it boggles me that.
Well, marami din kasi kaming mga foreign counterparts.
Yun ang wala ang NBI. Yung foreign counterpart.
That share a lot of information with us.
Regarding Filipino nationals?
Not only Filipino nationals, but foreign nationals as well, who are in the Philippines or who does business in the Philippines but are located abroad.
But pertinent to the flood control. Ano ang contribution nyo?
Well, I don't know if I'm at liberty to say.
Yes, you are.
I don't think I am. Pero, may mga, ganito na lang, Attorney Edwin. Over the past week, we were preparing some logistical matters in relation
Sandali, Winston. Pag sinasabi mo kasing logistical, medyo broad yan. Pwedeng
Yeah.
transport, pwedeng last mile. Anong specific ang ibig mo sabihin sa
Naku.
logistical?
Well, yung mga pinaka-menial, we provide.
Menial is not logistical. Sobra ka naman. Menial, kayang gawin ng NBI yan. Hindi mo na kailangan kayo pang gumawa ng menial task.
Hindi, kung alimbawa, maraming kakasuhan
Okay.
ang NBI.
Okay.
Di ho ba? So, kailangan nila ng mga additional na mga pondo, for example, sa para paggawa ng mga how many sets of documents do they need to produce to be able to file the kasi dito lamang sa flood control, 18 po yata itong kinasuhan nila dito sa yung una. Meron pang humigit kumulang, aabot yata na mahigit 1,000 kakasuhan. So, lahat po yan.
Ibig sabihin, may budget kayo? Walang budget si NBI?
Hindi naman.
Pero ang tanong ko sa iyo pala, we're now in the budget season.
Okay.
Anong budget ninyo?
I'm not at liberty to discuss.
Hindi, nasa ano yan eh, nasa gaan na yan. I mean, nasa discussion
Well,
yan.
kami, maliit lang ang budget namin kung tutuusin. Roughly enough only to sustain us for a full year with 74 people and 18 crime clusters. Hindi ko pa nakita personally, that's not under my mandate, so to speak. Pero we have enough operational funds to be able to provide assistance to other agencies.
Okay. We're running out of time and maganda yung discussion natin. Ang tanong ko lang sa iyo, no? In your experience in the years that you've been with PAOCC, both as a consultant and now as someone organic, ano sa tingin mo, anong ahensya sa gobyerno ang pinaka-weakest in terms of nung nangyari itong POGO na to, in the release of the POGO personalities, and then are there, let's say sa PAOCC, no, preparing more red notices beyond Roque, Ong, and Bater? Una muna yung anong pinakamahinang ahensya sa gobyerno.
Mahirap sagutin yan.
Huwag kang mahihang magsalita. Kaya mo yan.
May hiya ako, Atty. Edwin, baka mamaya. No. But there are many challenges that we encountered along the way. Alam mo, ang case build-up, napakahirap na proseso po niyan because it involves a lot of moving places, moving parts. Second, yung ordinaryong pag-apply pa lang ng search warrant, it involves a lot of challenges also because you need police officers who are technically competent in the application. You need private deponents who have direct knowledge to the crimes that you would allege. So, yun ang mga challenges to be able to get the legal instrument to be able to operate.
Do you were able to identify the culprits, no? Kayo ang susi kaya nagkaroon ng kaso laban sa kanila. Then at some point, nare-release sila, nawawala sila, nakakapag-abroad sila. Ano ang feeling ng isang taga-PAOCC? Are you happy? Of course not. Frustrated with the whole situation?
The word that I use always is I feel challenged every day. Alam niyo po, alam mo, Atty. Edwin, yung trabaho namin, walang oras po ito. We're practically 24/7. Kasi ang mindset po namin sa PAOCC, we are not career officers. Anytime we could go. So, we have to make sure that we're able to build good cases that would stand up in court and make sure that once we arrest the suspects, they'll not be able to abscond or leave the country. Right. So in this case of Harry Roque, Cassandra Li Ong, it just so happened that during that time, we had no legal instrument to commit them to either the PNP or the NBI.
It is my last question.
Yes.
Curious lang, bakit umalis si Gilbert Cruz? Wala bang ano yan? At biglang pinalitan? Kasi bigla maayos naman ang trabaho ninyo.
Well, I am not privy to the reason behind why he was transferred from PAOCC under the Office of the President to DOTR, the Office of Transportation Security. I would imagine because he's been performing very well with PAOCC, so whatever problems that DOTR has in relation to security, travel security, he'll be able to provide the necessary assistance there.
So hindi siya nagkulang?
I don't think so. Palagay ko sa sobrang galing niya, kaya siya nalipat eh.
Nasaan na ba siya ngayon?
The Department of Transportation, Office of Transportation Security.
Siguro mas maraming problema doon, no? Kaya siya nilipat.
I think so.
Well, anyway, siguro next time mag-guest pa tayo pag may developments on the red notices and sana may malaking isda. Hindi naman isda si Harry Roque, no? Pero sana may malaking isda tayo mahuli before the end of the year. Anyway, maraming salamat, Winston, for having you. And
thank you.
And so this wraps up our today's episode of The Spokes. For now, don't settle for just one side of the story because every issue has two perspectives and the truth may be somewhere in between. I'm Attorney Edwin Lacierda. Tune in again tomorrow. Save time for the spokes.